Now, historically, in ancient Near Eastern culture or Oriental language, the term firstborn is a practice where a man transfers his authority and wealth and position and his office to his firstborn. That is, he transfers it to his first male child, where that person now becomes lord of whatever is the status of the father. He hands over everything to his male child. He becomes lord of whatever is the status of the father. This explains why Moses taught with the same words in the book of Genesis. PJ, Genesis 27, verse 19 and 20.
And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau, thy firstborn. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my venison, that thy soul may bless me.
20.
And Isaac said unto his son, How is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said, Because the Lord thy God brought it to me.
Now, from this narrative, Esau was the first child. Historically, he came out of the mother's womb before Jacob. But look at Genesis 25, 26 and 27. Genesis 25, 26 and 27.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
27.
And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
Now, as a result, in the Oriental culture of their day, the father would transfer the right of the firstborn to his first son. This was also referred to as birthright. Birthright. Hence, the right of the firstborn, according to Oriental language of their day, means authority to stand in your father's stead. Authority to stand in your father's place. Right of the firstborn. Now, notice a salient fact in this narrative. Genesis 25, 26 to 29. Let's go, PJ.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
27.
And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
28.
And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob.
29.
And Jacob sought pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint.
Jacob was faint. Esau was faint. All right, verse 30.
And Esau said to Jacob, Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
31.
And Jacob said, Sell me this day thy birthright.
32.
And Esau said, Behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me?
33.
And Jacob said, Swear to me this day. And he sware unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob.
He sold his birthright unto Jacob. 34, girl.
Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright.
Esau, I like you to underline, despised his birthright. Esau despised his birthright. He was a profane man, a man of no value. He despised his birthright. So the question is, what exactly did he despise? He despised his birthright. Why was this such important a factor? What exactly did he despise? That is, what was the authority? What was the office? What was the position of his father? Because the birthright will be the position, the office, the authority of the father that was handed down to Esau. So to understand what was the birthright, we need to know what was the father's office, authority, and what was the father's position. Now, the first fact to note is whatever Isaac will transfer to his son will have been transferred to Isaac by his own biological father, Abraham. So, what did Abraham transfer to Isaac that Isaac transferred to Esau that Esau despised? Transgenerational transfer. Genesis chapter 20, verse 7 for time. You can read 1 to 7 at home, but read verse 7 for me, PJ.
Now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not, know thou that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that are thine.
So Abraham was a prophet of God. Abraham was a man of God. Again, don't forget, the Bible is not a book of science. The Bible is not a book of business. The Bible is not a book of agriculture. The Bible is a book of salvation through faith, which is in Christ Jesus. The Bible carries with it a message, a mandate, an assignment of God to save man from sin. So every narrative in the Bible will be connected to the bias. So when you read of Abraham, don't see cattle, don't see agriculture, don't see riches. See beyond that into something in Abraham that connects him to the mandate of God in the scriptures. So Abraham was a Nabi, N-A-B-I, a prophet. Nabi in the Hebrew, a prophet. Look at then Genesis chapter 15 verse 4 to 6. Genesis chapter 15 verse 4 to 6, PJ.
And behold, the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, This shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thine own bowels shall be thine heir.
Next verse.
And he brought him forth abroad and said, Now look now toward heaven and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, So shall thy seed be.
Next verse.
And he believed in the Lord, and he counted it to him for righteousness.
So Abraham believed in the voice of God. Believed in the Lord means he believed in the voice of God. He believed in the covenant of God. Now the covenant of God, therefore, easy understanding will be he believed in the promise of God. Covenant is promise. The promise of God. That's what the Bible says. When God made promise to Abraham, because he could swear by no greater, he swore by himself. So we have the promise of God, or we have the covenant of God. Abraham believed in the voice of God. How do we know that? Genesis chapter 12 verse 1 to 3, PJ. Genesis 12, 1 to 3.
Now the Lord had said unto Abram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee.
Next verse.
And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing.
Next verse.
And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee, and in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed.
In thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. All families in thee. And God blessed them. And God said, Be fruitful, multiply. I'm trying not to say it. In thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. The gospel to all nations. I will bless them that receive you, and those who reject you, I will reject them. And in you shall all nations of the earth be blessed. Blessed. I am sure that when I come, I shall come in the fullness of the blessing of the gospel. In you shall all families of the earth be blessed. Blessed how? The gospel. The gospel. Why? Abraham is a prophet of God. Abraham is a prophet of God.